Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. Welcome to 122nd meeting of Technopark Toastmasters Club. I am the Sergeant at Arms for today's meeting. My name is Justin. The mission of Toastmasters is to provide a mutually supportive and positive experience in which members are empowered to develop their communication leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. There are certain ground rules for the meeting. Please switch off your mobile phones or keep them in silent mode. Avoid moving in and out of the room and out of your video when the speaker is on the stage. And also, in Toastmasters, you are prohibited from speaking on topics such as sex, politics, and religion. So with this, let me welcome the presiding officer of today's meeting and the backup president for our club Toastmaster Day. What would be Toastmaster Day?
Thank you, Toastmaster Justin, for taking the role on the spot. Good evening, fellow Toastmaster and my dear guests. Welcome you all to the meeting number 122. I call this meeting to order. First of all, I have to give an apology to all of you. We are supposed to start at 6:30. Now it's 6:45. Whatever we try, we are not able to start the meeting on time or end the meeting on time. We'll make sure that we start next time bang on 6:30 so that all the other roadways have to cooperate. They have to be in time so that we start on time. Before I move forward, TMOD is yet to join. That is why I'm taking a little bit of time. We have one guest with us. I would like to invite Manoj, and we also have a Toastmaster from other club joining us to give an intro. Manoj, can you come on video and give your intro about yourself?
Yeah, hi. My name is Manoj. I've been Toastmaster for a while. I just heard about your club through Toastmasters website. So, yeah, I'm just looking forward for your session and hope to learn a lot from you guys. Thank you, and over to you.
Thank you, Manoj. So, fellow Toastmasters, Technopark members, we have the senior Toastmaster from other club. So, we have to prove the worth that our club is a quality club. So, we have Asha with us. Asha, do you like to give an introduction?
Hi, good evening, Toastmasters. It's a happy moment to be with Technopark Toastmasters, and I'm here for the first time as your general evaluator. I'm happy to be with all of you and hope to witness a wonderful session, a vacation session. Thank you, and over to you.
Thank you, Asha, for joining us. We also have Dalisha, evaluator, with us here. Dalisha, can you give your intro?
Hey, hi. So I'm from HNR Block Toastmasters, and I'm literally happy to be with you on this day as an evaluator. So I usually won't take roles in my club as well, and this is when they've asked me, I just okay, let's give a try. So I'm happy to be an evaluator for today. So thank you all.
Thank you, Dalisha. So you have come to our club before as a guest speaker. Today you have come as evaluator. So
Yeah.
we have another. Yeah, thanks for joining. We have another Toastmaster from another club joining us here. Toastmaster Ratish, do you like to give your intro?
Hi, good evening, TMOD and fellow Toastmasters and guests. So my name is Radish. So I'm from TCS. Today, I'll be taking a role of R counter for this meeting. Nice to meet all of you. Thank you, Dave. Back to you.
Thanks, Ratish. Thanks for that. Yeah. Before we move forward, there are already some Toastmasters. I want to ask you one question. What is that one thing which you love in Toastmaster which you are not following? Maybe somebody of you. I have an answer for me. I would like to check with Arati. A very critical thing about Toastmaster, a very useful thing about Toastmaster, but we don't follow much. Maybe Asha, do you want to tell?
The most critical thing or the most important thing in Toastmasters is to manage our time and also to keep ourselves accountable for every role we take. So being prompt on time is that wonderful thing that we should always practice, but we sometimes fail to practice.
I agree to that. Today we are very bad in that. So my feeling is the evaluation feedback part. How many of you remember or have you remember your first feedback from your evaluator? Maybe just do you know what is your feedback you got from your evaluator? First feedback.
First speech.
Yeah.
speech, so honestly, he said you're kind of a person people will like listening to.
Okay.
So that was icebreaker speech. That was like a formal revelation for me as well. Whether I had any skills in public speaking.
Okay. Thanks. So very recently, our senior Toastmaster Arati is here. She is almost into 10 years in Toastmaster. When she came for I believe the division conference or somewhere, she had a note with her, and she was taking notes of what is happening over there. I believe, I think Shruti also during the contest, she was taking whatever she could get from that meeting. So this is one thing I want to share with you. Toastmasters is all about you get the feedback, you work on it and improve on it. So today, if you're making our counter, next time you have to ensure that you don't come in that report. Similarly, if you find something extraordinarily well, take a note of it, apply to it. So on that note, let me call Toastmaster of the day. She has taken this role for the very first time. Toastmaster Shruti to take this forward.
So good evening, Toastmasters and guests. So what is the level of your Josh right now? This much? Anyone? So I am here to level up the Josh from this to this. So here I am as your TMOD, and today's theme is vacations. What could be the better option to choose a theme when it's summertime, right? And this takes us back to the time when we used to have our vacations. Well, the meaning of vacation has changed over the time. When we were kids, meaning of vacation was going to the grandparents' house, sleeping in the afternoon, eating mangoes, playing in the evening, or maybe going to the temple with the grandparents. That was the perfect definition of vacation. Coming to 2024, now that we have Gen Zs, and my kids are even Gen Alphas, they want to go, the meaning of vacations to them is going to Dubai, going to Singapore, because that's what their friends are doing, right? The meaning and definition of vacation, it's completely changed. The vacation has gone to a saloon, got grooming, got new definitions like workation, staycation, girlcation, boycation, and whatnot. Take your laptop, sit beside the swimming pool, enjoy sipping beer, and you are on vacation. Go to the hotel, maybe a 5-star one, in your same city, and then stay there overnight, put a lot of social media posts, come back, you have done a staycation. So a lot of meanings have changed about the vacations. Now we have different kind of people in vacations. Category number 1, the lazy bummers. They don't want to do anything on the vacation. They just want to be in their pajama and watch TV in a hotel room, which otherwise they would have done in their home as well. They want to see that movie the 100th time while their family is scripting, and they want to go out of the hotel and see the mountains or beaches maybe. They are the lazy bummer. So raise your hands in the audience or online who are the lazy bummer category. Anyone? No one? Well, I'm glad. Occasionally. Okay, so Justin has been honest, and I see Bala also doing the same. So category number 2 is the checklist champions. Before going, they do their research on TripAdvisor. What is the top things to be done? 6 a.m. Let's see the sunrise. Let's see it at the best place in the town. Dolphin Nose, check. This mountain, check. Trekking, check. Evening walk, check. Sunset, check. They want to achieve everything which they have in their checklist. Even though a few of the family members may want to rest and relax for a little bit, but they are on a task. So who among us are the category number 2? Please raise hand. Yes, I'm amongst them. I want to check everything on the list. And even to the point that I make my family come for the swimming pool if I have paid for a room with a swimming pool. So I'm to that extent. Category number 3 are those people who are called social butterfly. They are at the place for the sake of others. They want to take selfie. Oh, Eiffel Tower. Taj Mahal. They forget to look at the back because they are busy showing off to the world on the digital media that where they are. They like to make reels. They like to make social media posts about the place, where sometimes they forget to enjoy and take the experience of that place or vacation. So raise your hand who can commit to this crime that they are slightly on the category of social butterfly. Anyone? Hey, we have Chris who has agreed. Well, that's great. So category number 4 is the category who are the introspective. They see the mountains, they see the beaches, or maybe the sunrise, and something within them is enlightened. They go to a place and they get good thoughts. They decide that they are going to change something in their life after this vacation. And that thinking thought process only comes when they take a break. So anyone who is under the category 4, please raise hand. I see Rajeshwari, Chris, Jasna, Justin. Well, that's great. So let's all be the combination of all 4 categories when we go on our next vacation. Because flavor is always good. And after all, a vacation is what you take when you can no longer take what you have been taking. So take a break if you are really frustrated with your work. Somehow convince your boss to take a break and go on to that vacation that you have been planning to. It need not to be Dubai or Singapore. It can be a staycation. It can be a vacation, as long as you enjoy the experience. Thank you, everyone. And now I call the first evaluator, general evaluator. Now I invite general evaluator TM Asha. So Asha, I couldn't get chance to talk to you. Can you please tell me what was the most cherished vacation that you had?
Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters. The most cherished vacation I had was 2 weeks back. We went on a vacation with 16 of my school students, school friends, all girls trip to Kashmir, and it was a wonderful event, 5 days trip, and we all enjoyed it. Now,
That's great. That's great.
moving on to the
Supposed to introduce you, right? Yeah. Okay, that's great, Asha, because the girls' trip is always so exciting and so much to get relaxed to after doing the household work, especially for the working mothers. It's like a bliss. So I can understand how much fun you would have had. So Asha, can you please introduce the tag team now?
Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters and guests. We all need people to give us feedback, and today, to give feedback, we have the tag team with us, the timekeeper, our counter, and the grammarian. As a timekeeper, we have Toastmaster Chris. I welcome Toastmaster Chris to give out the criteria of timekeeping. Over to you.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters.
Is there any change in the role player?
No, only the grammar is.
Toastmaster Dave, is there any change in the role players?
No, only the grammar is Arati. The rest of them are same.
Pardon?
Grammarian is Arati. Rest of the role are same one.
Okay. So I hope Chris is the person who is on stage.
Yes.
Okay, good evening, Toastmasters and our guest today. As you have heard, today I will be the timer, and they normally say that everything in this world is meant to serve others. Now think about this pen. The person who made this pen had an idea of someone else using it. So think about life in a way of serving others. So today I'm happy to be your timer today, and I will be able to give you the alerts. First of all, the speakers will be giving their speeches. You'll have 5 to 7 minutes. So at the 5th minute, I'll be showing green card. At the 6th minute, I'll be showing yellow card. And at the 7th minute, I'll be showing red card. From there, I will not do any action. Then the evaluators, you allow 2 to 3 minutes. At the 2nd minute, I'll be showing green card. At the 2 minutes, 30 seconds, I'll be showing the yellow card. And at the 3rd minute, I'll be showing the red card. This is I will be showing it on the screen, yeah. Then I will also, the table topics. Table topics will have 1 to 2 minutes. And at 1 minute, I'll be showing green card. At 1 minute, 30 seconds, I'll be showing the yellow card. And at the 2nd minute, I'll be showing the red card. So I believe all of us will be observing time. And thank you so much. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Now we have with us the R-counter for the day. The R-counter is Toastmaster Ritesh. So please help me welcome Toastmaster Ritesh to brief on the R-counting criteria. Over to you, Toastmaster Ritesh.
Yeah. So, Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters and guests. So, as the accounter, I will be watching each one of you and recording any filler words or like etc. And any kind of words which are used over and over again. And at the end of the meeting, I will be reporting all of those incidences. Back to you, General Evaluator.
That was well briefed. Now we have the grammarian for the day. As grammarian, we have Toastmaster Aditi. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Aditi as the grammarian to explain the criteria of grammarian. Over to you, Toastmaster Aditi.
Thank you, General Evaluator Asha. I think it is the DTM Asha, right? Yeah. So TMOD, please note it's DTM Asha Sunil. Thank you, DTM Asha, for inviting me over. I'll be the grammarian for the day. As a grammarian, let me share the word of the day. And the word of the day that I've quickly put together is wanderlust. I hope you can see it. Wanderlust is a noun and it means having a very strong desire to wander or travel or explore the world. It's also a strong longing or impulse towards wandering. So now, as was mentioned by the TMOD, lots of people are traveling and lots of them call themselves as a wanderlust or having that wanderlust. So I thought we should familiarize ourselves with this word. Some usages are, it's a noun, as I said. Those with wanderlust don't necessarily need to go anywhere in particular. They just don't care to stay in one spot. She had the curiosity and the wanderlust and the inclination to go to another side of the world. I encourage you to pick up this word, use it in your sentences today, and also take it back after this meeting. The quote of the day is related to travel again. It's an African proverb that says, if you want to go far, go together. But if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. If you want to go fast, go alone. I think that is very apt for our meeting theme today. My second role as a grammarian is to take note of the good usages in this meeting and also take a note of usages that are not correct and help people learn about the mistake and correct it so that they become better speakers. Thank you, and back to you, General Evaluator.
And I appreciate the wordmaster for giving a very positive word with all clubbed to the theme of the day. And I hope every role player makes sure that the word and the quote is used as far as possible. And as a general evaluator for the day, I will be judging the session in whole, and towards the end of the meeting, in the feedback session, which of course is a breakfast for all of us, we'll be coming back with a report which will help, I hope will help each and every one of us to move a step higher. Thank you, and over to the Toastmaster for the day.
Thank you, DTM Asha. Now, before I call on to the evaluator, I would like to tell a few points about the tag team's experiences about their vacation. When I asked Chris, our timer, about his favorite vacation, he said that his favorite vacation was Kanyakumari, and he gave a very beautiful thought about it. He said that when he went to Kanyakumari and reached the last spot in the land, he realized that there will always come a time where you absolutely lose control of the things around you. And when you reach the rock bottom, that is the last spot of the land, you realize that you have to not worry and submit to the nature to uplift you up and return you back to your course. So very beautiful thought, Chris. Very well appreciated, really. And then we have our counter, that is TM Ratish, who said that his favorite vacation was with his wife in Atirapalli, which was an unplanned trip, and he had a really romantic time with his wife, feeling the mist of the Atirapalli waterfalls. Then we have our TM Arati, who had the best vacation in South Africa doing jungle safari, and also in Uttarakhand, where she experienced Ganga to its fullest bliss. So coming to Justin, our evaluator, first evaluator for first speech of TM Rajeshwari. First evaluator is Shilpa.
Evaluator is Dalisha.
So we have the first evaluator, Dalisha, who will be evaluating the first speech by TM Shilpa. So when asked about the best vacation Dalisha had, so she gave a very beautiful and sweet answer, wherein she did not go to any of the destinations. Rather, she said that in the Corona time, when his father, who was otherwise working in Chennai, got a 1 month break due to COVID, and he stayed with them, and she enjoyed the time with family and especially with her father, cooking dishes, enjoying and having just a family time. So I welcome a very eloquent speaker, TM Dalisha, with a beautiful smile. Please come over.
Thank you, TM Modi Shruti. Okay, Toastmaster for the day, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Good evening, everyone. So today my role is that of an evaluator, and today Toastmaster Shilpa is attending her level 1 project presentation mastery under the path Dynamic Leadership. So the purpose of the project is to learn or review basic methods for writing a speech with a defined purpose and to present a well-organized speech on any topic. So all the very best, Toastmaster Shilpa, and back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, TM Dalisha. Now I welcome the first speaker of today's meeting, that is TM Shilpa. And when asked about her most cherished vacation, she said that in her childhood, when the entire family used to join in vacations, they used to dance, cook, and travel together, and that was the most cherished moment of her life. So I welcome TM Shilpa for her first speech.
Okay. You are on mute, Shilpa.
Sorry. Thank you, Toastmaster Shruti. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters guest. So today I'm here to give out my first speech. It is related to power of habits. Okay. So habits is building blocks of lives. So shaping the action, shaping our behavior and entities in the future destinations. So whatever we realize, whether the choice we make or whether action we take, it is profound on, it is influenced by our habits. So what do you think? How would we define habits in our lives? So habits is like getting up early in the morning to have a exercise, or grabbing a sugary snacks to get deprived from that stress. So these habits are profound impacts on our life based on health, happiness, and success. So habits is not it. The design of habit, it is not a set. It is not a stone. It is where we can shape, mold, or change into a better thing aligned to our goals and aspiration. So beautiful thing of habits is like it is a fundamental thing where you can create fundamental thing of a new a kind of a life. So like it aspects on purpose, productivity, and fulfillment. So I would like to explain also the habit, the science of the habit formation. So the life cycle of habit is cue, and we have response, and the last is the reward. So Q is where we have to Q is the starting stage, the first stage of habit, where it is prompt to create, like the tendency to create a habit, and response is the behavior of that Q, and reward is to get a gratification once you complete the Q. So for example, if you're creating a habit of reading 30 minutes uh, 30 minutes book reading habit before going bed, or drinking water, or whatever it may be. So consistency is the main key of going for building a new habit. And so building a new habit, it is not like just you start from the next day, yeah, and then you create a habit. No, it is difficult. So it starts from the it takes time, it takes more effort, it takes you need some patience to create a habit. It doesn't take in just a minute span of time. So it requires time. You have to set a trigger to yourself, put an alarm. Like if you want to create a habit of reading, or if you want to create a habit of whatever thing, it should be consistent. So for that, we need to trigger ourselves, put a reminder to ourselves. Then it comes to a routine. It doesn't happen in a fraction of a second or a fraction of a time. So at the end, I would like to tell that we can create. So we can rewrite our own story. It requires time, it requires patience, persistence, and consistency is the key. So this is how the habit is created and cultivated, but doesn't happen in a fraction of time. Thank you, Toastmasters and guests.
Thank you. Now moving on to the next speech, I would like to call the evaluator for the speech too, which is TM Justin. And when asked about his favorite vacation or the most cherished memory that he had about the vacation, he told that he really cherished playing cricket in his vacation with his friends and also participating in the tournaments. So I would like to call TM Justin.
So my target speaker, Toastmaster Rajeshwari, is doing a level 3 project 3 speech. The purpose of the speech is to practice using a story within a speech or leaving a speech that is a story. The duration of the speech is from 5 to 7 minutes.
So now calling the speaker to very eloquent and ebullient speaker TM Rajeshwari. When asked about his cherished memories or vacation, she also, like our DTM Asha, went to Kashmir to an all-girls trip. She was also accompanied with her daughter, and she said that she enjoyed the company and the beauty of Kashmir. Over to you and welcome you, TM Rajeshwari.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shruti. Am I audible?
Yes.
Tears rolled down my cheeks as I looked at the final ascent of the Kedar summit. I stood there exhausted and breathless, questioning my whole existence. How can I become so strong that I can climb that ascent in 30 minutes? Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. Did I reach the summit? What do you guys think? I'm all ears.
Yes, you did.
Thank you. Thank you for that response. So let's wait for the story to unravel before you. So 13 of my friends went for our first hour Himalayan trek on January 2023. It was a 5-day trek and it was a winter trek. So we started climbing every day the ascents which are filled with snow in our own pace, and we rested in between, and we would reach the tent camp by taking considerable time. And it was so cold that even the simple food served in the tent camp felt heavenly for us. And the nights we would sleep in the sleeping bags inside the tents, which was provided by a trek leader, checking our endurance each day because the weather was changing and the climate was like going negative every day. And then fourth day came, the day of the final summit. The night before the summit, it was heavily snowing. And then our trek leader told we have to start by 4 a.m. At 4 a.m., we were all ready to reach the summit and we started walking. We walked, and finally, after 2 hours of walk, we almost reached the summit. And then our trek leader came saying, guys, you got only 30 minutes to climb the final summit because the weather is changing rapidly, there is wind. So the what a summit is? The summit is the highest peak of that mountain which we climb and see the sunrise from there, just to mark the success of our trek. And I was 30 minutes away from the summit, and then we were told we had to cover it in 30 minutes. I started walking, increasing my pace. So did my friends. They were walking faster, and I was catching my breath. I walked, and then I couldn't catch my breath. I stopped walking. My friends were way ahead of me, and then I decided this is not going to happen. So I decided not to climb because there was nobody around me, and I understood that if I needed help or something happens, there would be no one around me. So I stopped climbing. And I watched my friends climbing the mountain from beneath, and tears started rolling my cheeks. My friends came back after 30 minutes and they said how difficult it was, how windy it was, and one of them vomited due to the bad weather. And but finally seeing my face, they understood that I was heavily disappointed. So one of my friends came closer to me and told, Raji, just walking 5 kilometers per day won't help you. You just have to start going to the gym and start strength training as soon as you go to Trivandrum. I was so disappointed that day. As soon as I reached Trivandrum, I started going to the gym. And then each day by day, I learned that my body was having no stamina at all, and I started building it. And after 2 months, I started running the treadmill for 30 minutes continuously because before that, I would be like running for a minute and then I'll be catching my breath. And all this started in February 2023. And after 5-6 months, it started showing visibly to everyone that I am doing something, like there is a transformation happening. So everybody started complimenting, oh, you look slimmer, you look healthier. So I got motivated again. So my weight changed from 71 to 61 in a span of 7 to 8 months. And that was just a collateral benefit I got because of all the strength training I was doing. So my focus was not on reducing my weight, but on building my stamina. And by December 2023, I again went ahead and registered for another Himalayan trek, which was in the Sandakphu Phalu trek in West Bengal Nepal border. And it was a difficult trek compared to the other one. It was a 72-kilometer trek, and I went there, and every day I maintained a very good pace. And constantly, I was able to walk. I was checking on myself. I was comparing how good I'm doing compared to last time. And the day of the summit, I completed submit second, and it was a team of 18 people, and I completed it second, and I was so happy. And two of my friends who were with me on the Kedar Kanda was there too, so they were so proud of me. They were telling the trek leader how I was crying the other day when I couldn't finish the submit, and see, she has finished second. And my trek leader was also even inspired, telling how and within a year time how a person can achieve what they want if they decide they have to do something about it. So, what I'm telling you, my dear friends, is failure is definitely a stepping stone to success, isn't it? If you are ready to learn from your mistakes, and if you are ready to improve yourself by learning from those mistakes, you can definitely go ahead and be successful. If I can do it, anybody can do it. You have to go back and change the narrative where you failed with constant hard work. So, what are you guys waiting for? Work towards what you thought is not achievable, and then finally change the narrative. Every time I book a trek, I feel motivated because I have to stay fit, because I have to climb that damn mountain. And every time I feel the mountains are calling and I must go. Thank you. And over to you, Toastmaster Shruti.
Thank you, TM Rajeshwari, and what an inspiring story for all of us. To be persistent and resilient, and to be able to climb that mountain, which all of us have, maybe a real mountain, or maybe a mountainous task that we have in our mind. So let's all be resilient and let's achieve and conquer that mountain, all of us. Now, I would call our TT master, the table topic master, TM Jasna, who is attempting her project as a role of a TT master. Before that, I would like to call TM Dev, who is acting as an evaluator for TM Jasna. Well, TM Dev, if you all know that if you need and want to improve in Toastmaster, he is the best person to go and ask for feedback. The most valuable feedback that I have got in my journey over the Toastmaster is from TM Dev. And on asking about his favorite vacation that he had and he cherished the most, his answer was the summer vacation that he had when he used to go to his granny's house. So please welcome TM Dev.
Thank you, Toastmaster Day. So Asha, this is a surprise. So Jasna is attempting a project. So she was asking what is the easiest way to complete a project. I told this is the easiest way. You can be the TT master. So she is attempting a level 3 elective from the path engaging humor. The project is all about active listening. The purpose of this project is for the member to demonstrate his or her ability to listen what others say. So based on the session what she is going to conduct, I am going to evaluate her. On that note, thank you. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Now I would like to invite TM Jasna, ever smiling and always down to earth, ready to give you an advice whenever you ask. So here I welcome TM Jasna, and before that, the best vacation that she had was the third time in our Toastmaster group, another girls' trip, but this time to Thailand. Now I really want to hear someone going to a boys' trip or maybe a bachelor's trip next time, because we had the girl power, enjoying and having the gala time. So we would like to listen to the men also doing the same. Here I invite TM Jasna.
I am a wanderlust by nature. I cannot sit at a spot. I have never been able to do that, and it always gives me joy to spend some time with family, with friends, with whoever I can get. even if I don't know them very well, I am good to have a trip with them, to go with them, to spend some time outside, to see some nature, to do some activities, anything at the most. Thank you all for having me here today as topic master, TT master for the day. And I wanted to do this a little differently, but because we have some guests on board, I'll just quickly explain how the TT is conducted, how table topics is conducted. It is nothing but impromptu speaking. I think we only have a guest here physically present, nobody online, right? Can you confirm?
Manoj, but they are all members of the Toastmasters already.
Okay, fine. So anyways, for anybody who's new to table topics, you will be given a topic and it's all about impromptu speaking. You just get the topic at that point in time and you need to speak about the topic for 2 minutes. 1 minute is already green, which means you're like already good. At 1.5 minutes, you will see the yellow, which means, okay, you're like progressing forward. You need to speak for 2 minutes. So after 2 minutes, you will be shown a red and you can speak up to 2.5 minutes. If you speak after 2.5 minutes, that means your time is up and you're disqualified. So today, like I said, since I wanted to do it a little differently, I have some topics right here, and I just realized there are a lot of people online, so maybe I'll just quickly grab my laptop in between and also paste the topics. But let's maybe start with the people physically present so that I can put my lap inside. Imagine yourself in that particular situation every time you open that paper and read it, and then please proceed from there. So who would like to go for the first table topic? No, offline. Here. First one offline, please, so that I get time to grab my laptop. Anyone? Chris?
I'm the timer, so
You're the
someone else.
Okay, I'll go.
Okay.
Someone else can time.
Like they'll have enough of me to do. Sorry if you guys are bored listening to me again and again.
No, we're not. So today is all about imagining yourself, reading those 2 lines and imagining that it is you in that particular situation and trying to elaborate from there and just taking the situation forward. All the very best with you. Read out if you.
Yeah, I'll read out. Good afternoon or good evening. Okay, I have to read the topic first. The resort feels like it's right in the center of a forest. I wonder if there are animals around. The resort feels like it's right in the center of a forest. I wonder if there are animals around. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and friends. Well, actually, this whole quote makes me think about my stay in Gavi Forest. Just as I read, every word takes me back to the experience when I actually stayed in a jungle tent resort in the center of a forest, and I was wondering if there are animals around. Well, I also got the news that sometimes in the night, the leopards do come and make a visit. I remember while sleeping in the tent, I was so worried that what if a leech comes and then sucks the blood out of my daughter. I couldn't sleep the whole night, fearing that maybe a snake would slither and maybe I would see a snake right under my bed. It was my first time experience actually staying in a jungle, but the most breathtaking, the most beautiful experience that I had. I remember that we went to a natural waterfall, and while we enjoyed taking baths in the natural water and the experience that we had, while we were coming back on the boat, our resort person told us that there was a green color viper snake just at the corner of a stone where we were taking baths. So the thrill and the enjoyment and the beauty of nature that we experienced on that trip really makes me to go back to Gavi once again. And everyone who is living in Kerala, I would suggest all of you to go in the resort and wonder whether there are animals around. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that, Shruti. After listening to you talk, I really want to go to Gavi. It has been in my mind for a while. Like Gavi is one of the spots, but I've always heard that it takes some planning to get there. I mean, they only allow 100 people at a time and so on and so forth. But now I'm thinking more. Snakes, lizards, like all animals are now in the equation. I'm thinking more how soon and when I should make it. But still, thank you very much for that thought. Who would like to come next?
Online.
Yeah, would somebody, okay. We have Manoj raising his hand. I will pick for you, Manoj, and I will paste you the topic.
You can read out the topic. Oh, it's a very long topic.
Yeah, I think the online people will need it to be pasted in here. Okay, so I'm just going to read out the topic first, and then I'll paste it for you so that you can take a look at it yourself. Imagine yourself in the situation. School closes tomorrow. Yay! I'm going to meet my friend's place, and we are going to have a sleepover. I'm just going to paste it for you.
Is the topic clear, Manoj?
It's about the sleepover, yeah?
Yes, anyhow, she's pasting in the chat. Yeah.
Yeah, Manoj, imagine yourself in the situation. Imagine you being the one who's like saying those words, and please take the situation forward. All the very best.
Fellow Toastmasters guest, sleepovers for me at this age, really? I really want to go for that. You know what? I mean, if I have to turn the clock back to maybe 30 years or maybe 40 years back, just to give you a hint about my age. Well, those days back in India, we don't have those sleepovers and all those things. The only time we got sleepovers were going to relatives and restricted staying there in the house where a cramped bed. And sometimes you do have beds full of bugs. Now imagine Kerala where the tropical climates are there, where you have beds full of bugs. How do you think that? So the kind of excitement is not about being bitten by the bugs or bitten by those small cockroaches or maybe those spiders on the wall or lizard chasing up those small insects. We're not that scared about those kind of things. One thing which makes you exciting and bringing those kind of butterfly into life in your stomach is what makes you is that the excitement you're going to stay with your relatives, especially those my siblings, of the age kind of thing. I'm really excited about going with them, staying with them. My parents never allowed me to go and stay with my friends and all those things, but they always have this free passage of confirmation that you can go and stay with your relatives. Now, when you have your cousins back in Kerala and all those things, we really enjoyed with them. You going those days, going to the pond, taking a bath. There's no restrictions on it because when you have a kind of a deep dive into the pond, you may come across sometimes snakes. What the other speaker has said about it, But those snakes back in India, to those in the water, you don't. I mean, those are all fake snakes. If you do bite you also, you don't get kind of been taken into hospital or this kind of thing. So I personally think, yes, those days were exciting. It's not about sleepover, what we generally call it. It's just like we go for a vacation and staying with them for a week or maybe 2 weeks, really enjoy them. Insects bitings, mosquito bitings were never been a kind of problems for me because those kind of thrill staying with them and eating those, those kind of great fruits back in India, especially in Kerala, are the kind of things which we'll be really excited about it. So that makes me, and with that, I'll give the stage back to the table topic master. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Manoj. He's a member, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, okay, because it's a written guest over there. Thank you, Toastmaster Manoj, for that wonderful 2 minutes that you just told us. I think today is a day for creatures. I mean, we've gone from one set of creatures to another set of creatures. We've gone from snakes to bugs and then back to snakes again and so on and so forth. But yeah, the thought that you evoked, my thought process for sleepovers was more like what we see in the English movies wherein you have slides with beds going through the slides and all. And you have actually brought in a different perspective as to when you come to India for your vacations and how it is. So thank you very much for sharing that today. Who would like to come in next? Maybe somebody from here?
Read the topic so that others will also.
Hi everyone, the topic that I got is, this hike is too intense, but at the same point in time, I feel like I'm still enjoying myself. My hefty brother seems to be doing better than me though. Hi everyone. So this topic actually brought me back memories when I went on a short hike back in Frankfurt. I did not really sign up for that. I thought I was just going out with my brother and his friends. And little did I realize that, they had more stamina than me. They were used to doing all these things. They had sports background, whereas I was more into the intellectual side of things. And so the day started with us rushing over to catch the train to go to wherever we were planning that hike or trek. And it was just 5 minutes for the train to depart, and they all started walking very fast, and that itself felt like a little mini hike for me because they were so fast and I was struggling to catch my breath. And then the me getting into the train was sort of like in the movie DDLJ where Shah Rukh Khan pulls Kajol inside, my brother pulled me inside in a similar sort of way, and I escaped falling in between the tracks and the train, and the doors closed automatically. Somehow I made that. And then I was thinking, okay, the rest of the day will be good now that we have caught the train. And I was looking forward to seeing the scenery. I did not know that I had signed up for a hike. And then I go there and I see this steep Hindenburg Castle or something that we had to hike and reach to summit the castle. There were so many steps, and I looked at it and I wondered whether I had ever reached there. And I could see my brother and his friends happily going in front of me. They were just going. They did not even look and see whether I was following or not. I went and went and went, and somehow, and they say like if you can't walk, you crawl, and if you can't, that statement was very literal. And somehow I made it there and I collapsed. But yes, this brought back that memory for me. Thank you so
much. I have to say, when I wrote the topic, the twist in there was the brother part. And I was actually thinking maybe people who are going to talk about the topic will just leave the brother part out and use the hike as a means to just proceed. But you beautifully brought in that story, involved your brother, and you could relate. And it was like so good because I could relate with you. I also have that brother who just goes on his way and doesn't turn back and see like whether I'm walking or running with him. And he says, yeah, keep aside, let me go. And like people are looking at me when you come with me, just stay aside. So thank you very much for bringing those memories back, and really nice that you could share your story. I think this is your, you recently joined us, right? Yeah, so that was like a beautifully said. So who wants to go next? Would our guest like to give it a try?
Online we have guest Radhika. Anyone wants to try on?
Yeah, I'll go. Hello, Rajyasree here. I'm going to drive, so if
Radhika.
chance I can speak now. Hi, Rajyasree here. So I'm going to start driving to home. So if you give me a chance, I can speak now and start driving.
Okay. So Rajyasree, can we pin Rajyasree?
Rajyasree, can you come on video?
Yeah, 1 second now. I'm in the car parking.
So Rajyasree, you can hear me, right? Can you hear me, Rajyasree?
Yes, I can.
Okay. So your situation is this. The blanket was laid out in the middle of the park. I was starving as it is, and one look at the heavy spread and my mouth started watering.
Sorry, I can hear you just now.
I'll just
try the car.
I could hear the carpet part, but can you?
I'll just face it for you.
Rajyasree, drive safely after.
Okay.
But I'll just repeat as well. The blanket was laid out in the middle of the park. I was starving as it is, and one look at the heavy spread and my mouth started watering. Back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jasna, and hello, Toastmasters. So I went for this outing with my friends, and then we thought we will have something nice over the outing. So the carpet was drawn, and we were talking for a while, and then I was feeling hungry, as usual. So seeing all the food items laid there, I thought I should definitely have something. And nobody was thinking about food then. So I just popped the question, shall we start eating? And then somebody said, here you go, we have so many items over there. You can pick and choose what you want. And then always, I'm a person who looks for dessert, something sweet. And then I opened the dessert box and started having something nice from the dessert box. I think it was a fruit custard or something. And then everybody wanted to have because they felt hungry as well once I started eating. So all of us ended up having these dessert first instead of the whole main course. And we were chit-chatting and having the dessert happily. Thank you, and over to you, Toastmasters.
Thank you, Toastmaster Aarti. It is sorry, Rajeshwari. I know that it is not easy to put yourself suddenly into the situation and then pick it up, but then you did it very well. Like you, I also relate quite well to this person who directly jumps in and goes for the dessert first and the rest of the food later. But yes, for a while now, I've been thinking how to, get to a place where you have a blanket and full of food on top of it, and then get my family onto it. So next time, I hope you will get something better and not start with the dessert first and go for the actual meal. And let's learn from them. All right. So who wants to go next?
Guest was volunteering last time.
Okay. What is the name of the guest?
Radhika.
Radhika, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So let's go for your topic.
Yeah, sure.
My college mates and I am going to have a blast in Thailand. Our tickets are booked. What should I pack? Swimsuit? Jeans? ...
Good evening, Toastmasters and guests. This is a very relatable topic to me. So, my college, I used to plan a lot of trip with my college mates, but most of the time, it never happens. We used to plan and plan and plan. We used to plan for months, we used to plan for weeks, but at the last moment, people drop out, and at last will be like 2 or 3 people, and we used to cancel our plans. So once, surprisingly, all of the people who planned for the trip were available, and we could plan a trip. Although it was not in Thailand, it was in Dubai. So the most challenge which we faced was since it was a girl group, even though it was a 4-day trip, we couldn't pack all of our stuff in a one trolley bag. So we just have to drop out a few things. So this kind of things swimsuit or jeans, so those kinds of things, which one do we have to drop off? So that was a confusion among us. So we had a video call among our friends. So we deciding which color code dresses should we pack, so which one should we drop out. So these kinds of discussions were a part of our group that day. So I could remember all of a sudden these kinds of things which we planned that day, the memories which I had with my friends during that time. So those kinds of things I could suddenly remember, and yes, this topic suddenly brought me back to that trip. Memories of that trip. Thank you, Toastmasters and guests.
Thank you, Radhika. That was very well said. I think all of us can relate to your story where we keep calling others, let's go for a trip, and then people drop off at the last minute, and then we have to find another group to actually satisfy the count at least. And also about the packing part, where you said we pack everything and then the luggage, you don't know whether it is enough or not, so you see which one to dump. I think that's very, very common, and you must have brought the same kind of memories with everybody over here. Thank you so much for sharing your experiences. It was very well said. And somebody from here would like to go? One more? Last one?
I think Bala and Arati both were raising their hands.
Yeah.
Just one, I think we can.
One more. Who wants to go? Should we toss? So who wants to do it more? Right. Okay. So we have Bala. Fine. So
No, you can give it to Toastmaster. It's okay.
Okay. Fine. Arti? You're on mute.
I will look at the question and then pass it to Bala.
All right. So in this one case, you have the permission to pass since both of you all wanted to do the topic. I think my topics are really interesting. So here goes. Oh my God, my head is spinning, going round and round. It's too fast, I feel. My stomach.
All right, got it. Thank you, Toastmaster Jasna. I close my eyes. I hold on tight to the handlebars. I let out a small scream also, because I am sitting in the super high-speed roller coaster in Abu Dhabi Ferrari World. Oh my God, that's the fastest roller coaster, at least the one that takes the greatest speed in the least time. There I was, someone who was very, very scared even to stand outside my balcony on the 8th floor, sitting here, getting ready for a ride of my life. And guess what? The roller coaster did not start. They had a technical problem. I don't know if I had prayed a lot to the God saying that, please save me, but this was God's funny way of saying, okay, I'm saving you. I did get out of that. And then when the technical fault was solved, it was another 40 minutes of wait, and we did not have that kind of time. Leaving that tiny glitch apart, I'm always been scared of roller coasters, and I never have understood why people pay so much money to get onto a ride that scares the out of you and have so much fun. But all the smaller rides that I have done in India and other water sports and everything outside leaves you with a feeling of energy, a lot of hormones pumping up. And I feel once I've successfully completed that, I understand what probably helps Formula One racers and all the others, that adrenaline pump that makes us forget about our turmoil that we went through and then stand in the queue again for another roller coaster ride. The smaller roller coasters that I've been, I've cried my heart out, sometimes screaming more than my son, but I've thoroughly enjoyed it. And the wanderlust that I am, I will still try and get onto the roller coaster. Thank you, Jasna, and back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Arati, for that wonderful talk. Abu Dhabi Ferrari World, that is somewhere that I've always wanted to visit. And now I know that something over there actually doesn't work so good. And like you mentioned, I'm also the kind who always jumps onto these rides and then think, oh my God, what is going to happen to me? Will I survive at the end of it or not? So I think we share a lot of similar feelings there. Really nice for you to take us through that journey of yours, and also those small instances that you are talking about, everything that we could relate. Thank you very much today for taking us to Abu Dhabi and Dubai and all the different places, and also to Frankfurt, Germany. I think it was so like different places we all touched today. Thank you all for joining and being wonderful participants for the day. Back to you, Tia Modi.
Thank you. So, as I did not know earlier that we have a guest in this meeting, so I would like to just quickly tell that this meeting was in 3 parts. First was the introduction, then second part was the prepared speech, and the third part was the table topic speeches, which is now the third part is over, and we move on to the fourth part of the meeting, which is the evaluation section. So I would like to call the first.
You could call the general evaluator. She'll take it.
Okay, so now I would like to call the general evaluator DTM Asha over the stage.
Toastmasters and guests. Today we are moving on to the evaluation session. We had two speeches and a table topic project which were evaluated. Since the table topic project came as a surprise, let's get the evaluation of the surprise session first. So let me call upon Toastmaster Dave to give the evaluation of the table topic session. Over to you, Toastmaster Dave.
That was really a surprise for me. I thought you'll call me on third. So, okay, thank you so much, General Evaluator. So, I'm going to evaluate in two parts. One is the positive, which I found in her evaluation. Number one, the humor part and the way she was able to relate to the first speaker and second speaker, which means that she is listening throughout and she was able to relate both the speaker. To give an example, she told first speaker spoke all about animals and about snakes, and the second speaker it's all about bugs and again snakes. So she was able to relate all the speaker, which is a very active listening. Second, the way she smiled and applauded everybody. Let it be a good speech or a bad speech, the applaud and the smile was same for all. There is no different partiality, less applaud for less people, no, nothing like that. A very equal applaud for all of them. Third, the way she gave examples. Instead of just saying like, I loved Shruti's speech or I loved Arati's speech, she took some snippet of that speech and told, this is the part I like the most. And she was able to relate to her that part with her own story. These are the areas which I loved in her evaluation or the way she conducted the session. Two improvements. One is you can tell about the takeaway message. Every speech, when they deliver, they have given some message to us. Maybe hard work or keep on trying, something like that. So you can listen to them, analyze the speech, and tell like this is my takeaway message from this speech. You can tell that. Second, I felt I don't know whether it's a listening part, but frequently you are using thank you very much for all the speakers at the start. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Maybe you can rephrase it. Instead of that, put a better word or tell about the good things what they told directly. Instead of the thank you very much part, you can put it later. So these are the two recommendations I have for you. On that note, you did a very fantastic job as an active listener, and you are a fantastic listener once again. Thank you. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Toastmaster Dave, you did a wonderful evaluation in the CRC mode itself, commending, and it was commendable. The feedbacks were constructive, and I'd like to add on one or two points for Toastmaster, the table topic master Jashna. Topics master, I felt that this topic table topic session is that one session where if your total session is running out of time, the only session which the Toastmaster of the day or the topics master can control to bring the session to a lesser or better time management. So the table topic master could have checked with the timer at times to see if it could have reduced the number of topics, but just now you are very confident and you really conducted the topic session with such confidence and with interesting topics all linked with the vacations which was easily speakable. Every speaker could crack the topic well done. I really like to appreciate Jasna for the wonderful way she did the table topic session and the evaluator for giving constructive feedback. Now let's move on to the speech evaluations. We had the first speech given by Toastmaster Shilpa on the power of habits, and to evaluate Toastmaster Shilpa, we have with us Toastmaster Delisha. Please welcome Toastmaster Delisha to give the evaluation of Toastmaster Shilpa. Over to you, Toastmaster Delisha.
Thank you, Gentle Evaluator. So today, Shilpa took us to the world of habits that gave us a strong message. Consistency is a main key for building a habit. Toastmaster Shilpa, that was a great, impressive, and exceptional speech with a powerful message that echoed like a trumpet. So, the beautiful butterflies that knocked in your speech was the way you explained the habit. You got a very good understanding on your topic and you drafted it very well. And to complement, you got amazing key points. For example, you came up with the fundamentals like cue, response, and reward. So, when a person is about to start a habit or something, it would be very helpful for them to build a habit in a strong or a better way. So, there is a very strong message in your speech. And the cherry on the Sunday, that is the much I liked in your speeches, the purpose, a takeaway message. Consistency is a power and the main key for building any habit. Also, you delivered a speech with a very casual language, which is very easy for anyone to understand, even people without any better knowledge on English or something. So, even people with low understanding also they can understand. So, it is a very good thing. So, there is no doubt you have done a very good job, and it is just like a dessert for us tonight in the form of speech. But let's garnish your dessert with some more ingredients, with few more ingredients. So if you have started your speech with a good introduction, like you can ask a question to the audience, or you just started your speech with a small story or your life experience, or you have just started a humor or something, it would attracted the audience in a much better way. Also, you could have added your life experience or something. For example, I you have started a habit or something, you are supposed to start a habit or something that would impacted the speech in a better way. Though you joined offline, so though you joined online, you could have stand up and you could have give your speech so that you can express your body languages or facial expressions or something. That is the only missing part that I felt, because your stage utilization was not that good. For example, when you are telling about the fundamentals, right? So there are three fundamentals of building a behavior, like cue. You can move here. Cue. It is the first stage. And the second one, response. It is the second stage, which is the behavior of cue. And the reward. That is the third thing. So these are the few things. Keeping all this in mind, in the nutshell, Toastmaster Shilpa, you had a good pronunciation, delivering the content with a good knowledge, focusing on few points like body language, stage utilization, and audience attraction. I'm sure you are going to prepare as a best dessert next time. Thank you. Over to you, general evaluator.
Well done, Dilisha. Can I get the time taken by Toastmaster Dilisha from the timekeeper, please? The time taken by Toastmaster Dilisha for the evaluation, please.
3 minutes, 25 seconds.
Pardon?
3 minutes, 25 seconds.
3 minutes, 25 seconds. So that's well within the time. We get 3 minutes, 30 seconds. So I was just doubting whether you went out of time. Toastmaster Dilisha. That was a wonderful, motivating evaluation that you have given, and your language is superb. I really appreciate the way you use the vocabulary, constructive feedback. And I'd also like to add in one or two points for Toastmaster Shilpa. To me, I felt that what I loved most was that smiley on your t-shirt. I liked it. It was that smiley came with a positive note. And I'll also like to say that when I heard you speaking, it was more like an impromptu prepared speech. I don't know. It was all flowing one after the other, just the way you were speaking. So my comment or recommendation to you is, every time you come for a prepared speech, please make sure you practice well and give in some effort to write it out and practice it so that it becomes impressive. You will be able to avoid repeated words or repeated messages. That is the only one recommendation I have for you in your speech. So now let's move on to the second speaker, who was Toastmaster Rajeshwari, and to evaluate her, we have Toastmaster Justin with us. Please welcome Toastmaster Justin to give the speech evaluation of Toastmaster Rajeshwari. Over to you, Toastmaster Justin.
Hello everyone. So our target speaker, Toastmaster Rajeshwari, delivered inspiring and beautiful story, and she invoked the wanderlust in all of us. She told a story about a trekking experience, how she failed in the first attempt and tried working on her shortcomings and becoming triumphant in the next attempt. So the purpose or the objective of our speech was to give a story and explain it beautifully. And the success of the storytelling depends upon how vividly the speaker can explain the details and how the audience can live in the story. I believe she did a wonderful job in explaining the nitty-gritty details of her journey, and we also felt we were also trekking along with her. She had a good audience interaction. She asked some input from the audience that was good, that invoked the interest of the audience. And her hand gestures and body languages were good, that were varied according to the situation of the speech. That was also great. Coming to the clarity, she had introduction, she proceeded with the details of the story, and she concluded with a good message for all of us. That is also good. She had an excellent vocal variety. I noted a few like felt heavenly, collateral, damage, benefit, tears rolling down my cheeks, change the narratives, and so on. There are a lot of good usages. That is also nice. And also the title of the speech, Mountains Are Calling and I Must Go, that is a wonderful title. And the title itself is inspiring, I must say. And it will catch the attention of everyone. Coming to the improvement areas, Rajeshri had the tendency to look up, especially I noticed it when she delivers online speeches. She looks up a few times, maybe remembering the speech, or she also sometimes walks front and back. So those moments can be avoided. And one important thing is she has used the and, the repetitive word and very extensively. So what you can do is instead of the and, use pauses effectively. Pause for a few seconds and then you start the next sentence. So that will add some tension also to your speech, and also you'll get some time to think also. Voice modulation, maybe you can work on it when you're commenting about other people referring to your travel and all. Maybe you can try to enact that in a different voice or something that can be done. Stage usage, maybe because of the online platform, you are not using the stage properly. Maybe you can work on it. Maybe in an offline speech, you will do it. So overall, it was a great speech with a good client. And one important thing regarding the flow of the speech, you started with the speech and you continued normally, right? So normally what I will do is you put the climax first. You may mention that I was at the bottom of the trekking and I was there at the rock bottom, right? In the first paragraph, and there you invoke the anxiety of the audience, and then you go on with the introduction of the story and things like that. So you can tweak the order of the story a little bit, put a little bit drama at the start so that you invoke the attention of the audience. So overall, it was a great speech with good clarity and gestures, vocal variety. If you can work on your movements and your stage usage and your filler word and you can take it to the next level. Over to you.
That was a wonderful evaluation, Toastmaster Justin. The sandwich method you have used is good, and the feedbacks were good and also motivating. And I'll also like to add in one point that is supporting what Toastmaster Justin said, slightly reorganizing the speech. Toastmaster Rajeshri, I really would have loved it if you would have picturized the summit at first and brought us to that summit and then said, tears well down my eyes. Then we would also have got that feeling of not being able to reach the summit. The emotions would have been transferred well. So that is one comment which I had. And also there were times when you looked up, your eyes were moving up. Well, that particular gesture will give an impression that you're trying to recollect your speech, or rather you're not thorough with your speech. So next time, try to avoid that particular gesture of looking up at times. With that, the speaker and the evaluator did a wonderful job. And of course, Toastmaster Rajeshri, you motivated me with your speech to be a wanderlust. So I'm just trying to plan for my next travel. Thank you. And now moving on, I think the evaluation is done. And now let's hear from the tag team. Let me start with the word master grammarian on how well the word of the day was used. Please welcome Toastmaster Arati to give out the word master grammarian report. Over to you,
Thank you,
Toastmaster.
gentle evaluator, for that. The word wanderlust noun was used only by 3 people. It was Jasna, Arati, and DGM Asha. a little disappointed because a lot of us were talking about travel stories, but they did not include it, but better luck next time. Do I continue with the rest of the grammarian?
Yeah, you can even continue with the grammarian, the good usages.
All right. Okay, thank you. Now, as for the grammarian's report, I found a lot of good usages today. Shilpa using profound goals and aspirations. Rajeshri saying, I'm all ears, change the narratives. Shruti had some great usages. I've captured only few. Persistent and resilient, snake would slither. And she also used triads, thrill and joy and beauty. Triads, for those who are not familiar, is using three objects together for a better effect, like saying of the people, by the people, for the people, or I say, I came, I saw, or conquered. Those are all triads that bring in a beauty to your speech. Lakshmi had some great usages. She said, I did not sign up for that. She also had a quote which says, if you can't walk, then crawl. That is from Martin Luther King, which says, if you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, you have to keep moving. So that was great that she brought in that. They've said snippets from the speech. DTM Asha used CRC, comment, recommend, comment. She took us to the world of habit, echoed like a trumpet. Cherry on the Sunday, garnish your dessert in a nutshell. Justin used vividly, nitty gritty, and so on. Some changes, some corrections that people need to be careful is, one of the speakers said consistency is the main key. You don't have to double stress that. You can say that consistency is the key. When you're calling, when you're an evaluator, you do not say my target speaker. That's usually used for contest. You can just say my speaker today. That was for Justin. Felt heavenly for us can be simply said was heavenly. One of the speakers said every speech when they deliver. So this seemed like a very conversational statement. It would be better rephrased that we do not use it in a very conversational way. You could have said when any speech is delivered, it should be, and so on. Someone used low understanding. It would be better if you said there is low comprehension. And you could have stand up, you could have stood up. The pronunciation of this word, dessert, is wrong. You clearly have to differentiate between dessert and dessert. Dessert is the food that we have. Walks front and back, it's actually walks forward and backwards. These are the few things that I've captured, but overall it was a pleasure being a grammarian for this meeting. Thank you, and back to you.
Your report shows that how well you have been listening. The mistakes, we always should evaluate our mistakes, analyze it, learn from it, and then throw it away. So you have showed us what the mistakes are that we should analyze and bring it into our vocabulary, and whatever you feel that you have changed, just leave it behind and move forward. So well done, Wordmaster Grammarian, for that wonderful wanderlust word. Of course, it was in tune with the theme, and sometimes the words we bring in will not be used in one go, but just make sure that all of us keeps it as a part of our vocabulary and use it whenever you get a chance. And I also love the quote that you brought in. If you want to go far, go together, and if you want to go fast, go alone. Very true. And let's move on to the evaluation. You did a wonderful job, Toastmaster Aditi. And moving on to the R counters report. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Ratish as the R counter to give the report of the use of R's and the filler words. Over to you, Toastmaster Ratish.
Thank you, General Evaluator DTM Asha. So I have counted 4 R's and 1 R from TMOD. And for first speaker Shilpa, there were 5 R's, 3 So's, and there was some places where, she was using a number of filler words throughout, which was not exactly required. It was like, is like, okay, whether, kind of, which I felt that was not exactly required for her speech. For the second speaker, TM Rajeshwari, there was only 1 hour, but the problem was already mentioned that she has used too many ands. I have counted approximately 22 ands. Some of the sentences also were beginning with the word and. So that was not required. The sentences could have begun without the use of and itself. And whenever she was trying to combine a number of sentences which was coming in succession, she was using the word and to combine them, which was not necessary. For the first evaluator, Delisha, she started very well without any filler words, but towards the end, in quick succession, she started using approximately 11 hours. For the second evaluator, Toastmaster Justin, approximately 16 hours were used. And there was a place where he is particularly using those hours. It's not while he is talking, but when he is trying to explain a list or when he is trying to explain something, he brings it with and then he starts. For our DTM Asha, I counted approximately 5 hours. And for Table Topics Master Jasna, there were 3 hours, 1 year. And what I felt is that there is a kind of repeat which she is doing for which was being used. I counted at least 3 times she has used that. For TM Dev, I could count only one so. And for Toastmaster Manoj, he has used 5 hours. But he has also used twice or thrice. And then he was also using other filler words like I mean, kind of, which was not exactly required, but it was an impromptu speech. For table topic speaker 3, I have counted 4 hours and 3 arms. But the speech itself started with and then the speech was started. And there were few filler words also, I, sort of, etc. For table topic speaker Rajeshwari, speaker 4, she has used and again. It just like her prepared speech, she has used the word and again in her speech. So I think it is her crutch word. She will have to work on that. For table topics speaker Radhika, she was very loud and clear. So it was easy to listen to her. But within a very quick succession, she has used approximately 11 hours, 5 so's and 6 likes. So I think like is her crutch word. But it is an impromptu speech, and I think she was trying it for the first or second time. So she will have to work on that. For table topics, which was given by our grammarian Arati, there were 3 hours. And for her role as grammarian, she has used 3 hours and 1 arm. And I have noticed that, when she is speaking, there are 2 separate, from the R counter role, there are 2 distinct parts. In one part, she is speaking very well. No R's, nothing. The sentences are loud and clear. And I think when she starts thinking something, the R's suddenly starts coming in. So, yeah, that's it with my table topics. With my R counter report. Thank you. And back to General Evaluator DTM Asha.
I appreciate Toastmaster Ritesh for his keen and active listening skill. The report itself shows how keenly he had been listening, and that elaborate report speaks for his skill. And this report is really a feedback for each and every one of us to analyze what we did wrong and just learn from it. But there is one small recommendation for you, Toastmaster Ritesh, because the time allotted for an counter report, I think, is 2 minutes. Am I right?
Okay.
Timekeeper? Timer? Is it 2 minutes or 3 minutes?
2 minutes.
3 minutes.
I did not see the timing happening when the roll was done. So if it is 2 minutes, our report should be so concise that you manage your time well. This was a very good report, elaborate report, but then practice to bring it within the time that is allotted for you to give the report. That would be a better way of presenting the report.
Thank you.
Moving on to the timer's report. Timer, Toastmaster Chris.
Thank you. I will start with the speakers today. The first speaker was Toastmaster Shilpa. she took 3 minutes 44 seconds. That is way below the minimum requirement of 5 to 7 minutes. Maybe she can work on that one for the next time. Then speaker number 2, Rajeshwari, she took 7 minutes 25 seconds. So that one is within the allowable time. Then moving on to table topics. The first speaker, Toastmaster Shruti, she took 2 minutes and 8 seconds. I think that is within the allowable time. Toastmaster Manoj, 2 minutes 21 seconds. That one is okay. Toastmaster Lakshmi, 2 minutes 13 seconds. That one is within the time. Toastmaster Rajeshwari, 1 minute 22 seconds. That one is still within the range. Then our guest today, Radhika, 1 minute 44 seconds. That one is also within the range. Toastmaster Aradhi, 2 minutes 14 seconds. Moving to evaluation report. Toastmaster Dev, 1 minute 43 seconds. That one is below the minimum allowable time. But today I will forgive you because Toastmaster DTM Asha added 53 seconds in the evaluation for Toastmaster Jasna. And Toastmaster Dalisha, 3 minutes 25 seconds. Lastly, Toastmaster Justin, 3 minutes 34 seconds. That was overtime by 4 seconds. Thank you. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Toastmaster Chris, that was an elaborate report, and I was watching you attentively showing the cards every time a role player was on screen, and I have a few suggestions for you. So when you are there to brief on your timer role, next time, please be ready with your device so that you can show it then and there, because I felt you moving out of the screen when the briefing was happening. So whenever the briefing happens, keep your device ready or your cards ready with you so that you can show the people how the cards will be displayed. And while your cards were being displayed throughout the session, the small screen on your mobile which was shown on the screen was not that visible to every role player. Next time when you're trying to show it, either you can show it on the lens of the laptop which is being used for the hybrid mode, so that will give a better vision for all the
Asha, some network issue at your end.
Role players online on to see the card. And this one suggestion I have for you, and role player who is yet to come on stage and reports. Now going on, you can't hear me?
Yeah, now it's clear.
Is it breaking? Is it clear now?
That's clear now. That's clear now.
Am I audible?
Yes, Asha, you're audible.
Oh, okay. So did the timer hear what my comment was for him, or was it breaking?
Yeah.
I hope you have heard. Please continue timing, because you have to time me also during my report. Now moving on to the general evaluators report, the meeting started almost 13 minutes late. We started at 6:43 because the most important person of this session came a bit late, the Toastmaster of the day. Well, the Toastmaster of the day is a person who is to manage this session and take it throughout. Maybe she was preparing so well that she came a bit late. But next time, please work on being on time. And of course, I would like to appreciate the use of technology, the hybrid technology you have used is well done. Though there were some problems at times with the audio and the video, but in total, it was a wonderful system that you have managed with your hybrid meeting with. The president welcomed the guest. The sergeant at arms opened the meeting in a good way. Then the president even welcomed all the guests, and they had the interaction between the guests really was very is appreciable. And the message you gave for everyone to keep switching their roles in every session so that you get to learn better, that was a good message that the president had for all of us. And the Toastmaster of the day, though she came and she started late, she started with a lot of Josh, nostalgic vacation memories, lot of energy, and the message to take a break for a vacation. Of course, I'm inspired by that, and I'm planning to do that. And one comment or recommendation for the Toastmaster of the day, I heard you always mentioning every role player as TM so and so, TTM, DTM. So it is always better to use the full form of TM, DTM, or TT. Always address the member who is coming or role player as Toastmaster so and so, or distinguished Toastmaster so and so, or topics master, so or general evaluator, whatever the role is. Please don't abbreviate it and use it when you are addressing them. Address it in full form. And that is the only one comment I have about the session. That is the managing your time well. Maybe if you people have to come after work and you find it difficult starting your, because I heard a comment from the president that it is always difficult to start the meeting on time. Then why don't you keep your meeting time 10 minutes late? Like start your meeting at 6:45. You get ample time to do all the preparations so that you can start on spot. So that is one recommendation I have for you. So with that, I really like to appreciate all the role players and all the members who did, and the guests who did a wonderful job today. And it really was an entertaining session. And with those words, over to the Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Asha. Thank you for the valuable feedback, and we would like to incorporate that from our upcoming meetings. Now, I would like to call Quiz Master, our quiz session master, Toastmaster Lakshmi. And when asked about her cherished vacation, she told that the vacation she had with her son Ishan, where she and her son planned the whole vacation and they went to Mumbai, even though she was a bit anxious at the beginning, but that became the most cherished vacation that she had. Over to you, TM Toastmasters Lakshmi.
Hi everyone. Hello Toastmasters. So for today's quiz, who would like to go?
You can ask the question.
So
Just tell the rules that from that speaker should not answer. Whoever you're asking, that speaker should not answer. Yeah.
Okay, the rule is that I'll be asking the questions and whoever knows the answer can answer, but the speaker who has given that speech, that person should not be answering. Okay, so in Toastmaster Shruti's speech, what was the first category of vacationers?
People who sit at home and browse.
Lazy bumper.
Lazy ones. According to TM Toastmaster Shilpa, habit is the fundamental thing of what?
Life.
Life. Where did Toastmaster Rajeshwari undertake the trip?
Kedarnath.
In what place did Toastmaster Rajeshwari finish her Kedarnath trip? What was her place, position?
Guys, sorry to interrupt. It was not Kedarnath, it was Kedar Kandha.
Second question.
Second question is correct.
Second is correct.
Yeah, Asha.
What was Toastmaster Manoj excited about the sleepovers?
Sleeping with cousins.
What was the last animal or creature that was mentioned by Toastmaster Shruti in a trip in Kavi?
Snakes.
Green viper.
Arathi.
What was Toastmaster Rajeshwari's, what was the dessert that Toastmaster Rajeshwari was mentioning?
Caramel custard.
No.
Custard.
No, it's custard, but there was one.
Fruit custard.
Fruit custard. What was the, where was the roller coaster that Toastmaster Aarti went to? The full name. Yes. Thank you so much, everyone.
Polls are launched, you can build them. Polls are launched.
Thank you, Toastmasters Lakshmi. It was your first attempt, I think, as a quiz master. So, good applause to you for doing the role so perfectly. So, thank you all the role takers and thank you, General Evaluator, for today's meeting. So now, today's meeting had the theme vocation, and we also had the word of the day, wanderlust. So that wanderlust word had caught our attention a few years ago. All of us have become wanderlust. Even our Prime Minister is a big example, great example of being a wanderlust. And you know, somehow our success stories in life have changed. You are glorified with the number of magnets that you have on your fridge, which shows that how many countries you have covered. But just another thought that also remember to experience the place where you are in. And don't follow blindly that if someone is going to Switzerland and if you don't have the same money, you go to Kashmir. But at least take a vacation and enjoy, and don't forget to experience where you are in the quest of being a wanderlust. So signing off for today's meeting, and over to you, President, for presidential address. Thank you.
Before, I just got 6 responses.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shruti. You reached your seat before I could get here. Thank you very much. It's been a while since I took this place to stand here actually and talk to you. I would like to end this session by giving a little bit of learning, something that I learned myself recently and I implemented. When we went for the division meet recently, what happened? I'm sorry, there is some glitch here. Hold on. Yeah, am I audible? I think someone said I cannot hear you, but okay.
Yes.
All right, okay. So when we went for the division meet this time, a lot of us, the general tendency is, though we go for a big meeting like this, which is actually a networking meet, what we always do is, we will have somebody or the other that we know, and we make sure we tag along and we sit along with them. So what is the point in going to a meet where you can network and you end up talking to the same set of friends and colleagues that you have? This happens always, and I'd like to say that if you take last month into the equation, there were 2 meets that I attended. The first one was a meeting with WIIT, Women Entrepreneurs. So when we went there, what happened was I met Maiti and Rajeshwari, and I got into the habit of tagging along with them. So I didn't meet anybody new. I just met some of my old friends, said hi, and I tagged along with them. I had lunch with them, and that's it, end of story. I came back from that and I thought, who did I meet new? I mean, like, I didn't get introduced to anybody. Nobody got introduced to me. I did. So that was a point that I thought in my head, okay, this I should improve. Next time I go for a networking meet, I will meet new people. The second meet the same month was the division meet, wherein there were more than 100 people at least who were there. And I made it a point to not sit by any of my friends. And I went completely separate and I sat at the back. I knew that many of the colleagues who were in Chris and Dave and like many of you all were already there. But I purposefully wanted to network and I pulled myself out and I sat separate. And imagine, it was so good. I met a lot of new people, Everybody who was like introducing themselves, giving shake hands, people who came from Bangalore, people who came from different clubs. That was the first time that I actually used a networking meet as a networking meet. So that is my suggestion to you all. Next time when you go somewhere and there are a lot of new people that are there, say hi to your friends. I'll come and see you soon. And then from there, move forward, meet a lot of people and make something out of that meeting. So thank you very much to everybody for joining here today. Do we have the results?
Yeah, if you want, you can get the feedback of guests. I think Radhika is the only guest and she's the...
Yeah, so Ashita here is a guest. Would you like to give your feedback for the Toastmasters meeting?
Okay, thank you for inviting me, first of all. Actually, this is completely new platform or thing for me because I don't know anything about what's happening in the Toastmaster meeting. So just asked me to, if you want, you can join or else you can leave it. But I just want to know what exactly is happening here. So that's why I came in. And it was really interesting. And I also learned a lot of things, especially from the feedback session, that many fillers that we gotta use in the speech. I usually use them, I know that, and I know that I have to improve that. And also the words that we repeatedly use, I have the habit. So I have learned a lot of feedbacks. So I can also work on that. And thank you for inviting me. And it's a very good evening. And yeah, thank you. Thank you so much.
Radhika, would you like to go? Give us your feedback. Is she there? Yeah, okay.
Hi.
Hi.
Yeah, so it was a very nice meet for me. Like it's my first meet to the Toastmasters Club. So I was really impressed by how confidently everybody was speaking and like how everybody presented their ideas in front of other people very boldly. So I just want to be a part of a group. I mean, I just want to see how you guys train yourself and how you improve and give suggestions to each other and how you emerge as like confident speakers. So I was really excited to be I mean to see all of you people gather together, and I could see how we were helping each other to reach better heights in the area of public speaking. So maybe like after a few meetings, maybe I'll also join you people and be a Toastmaster. So I was really excited, and I'm really more excited to join a few more meetings with you guys. Thank you.
Forward to have you. So now I think we will go to announcing the results. Do you have results? Yes, I'm writing. Okay, so the best speaker today is Rajeshwari. Best evaluator is Dalisha. Four players, I think we have a tie with Asha and Shruti. The tag team, we have a tie with Chris and Toastmaster Chris, Toastmaster Arati and Toastmaster Ratish. For the table topics, we also have a tie again with Toastmaster Shruti and Toastmaster Arati. And the best listeners for the day are Dev and Jasna. Thank you very much for everyone who joined here today. It was a very pleasurable evening and looking forward to other Toastmasters meeting again. Thank you very much. I call the meeting adjourned.